is ABC 57 Morning News.
Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, August 17th, and thank you for waking up with us here on ABC 57 News at 4:30. I'm Rich Bodee. Let's begin with the weather. ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Meteorologist Macy Tetrick is tracking out that sunshine. Macy, another beautiful day ahead of us.
Yep, another one where you and your pup are going to be very happy out on your walk here. Of course, it's a green pall kind of morning. We've got the nice clear skies. And then keep in mind our sunrise getting closer to the 7 o'clock hour now. But once we see the sunrise, plenty of sunshine all day long here. Temperatures have cooled down once again, some of us hanging out in the 50s or the lower 60s. A morning where you might need the jacket just to get started. Very, very similar to yesterday. By the afternoon, you won't need the jacket though. Comfortable around 82 degrees. Again, nice and dry today. As we look forward to the weekend, finally we've got a chance for some much needed rain, but unfortunately not going to be the best for your weekend plans if you're wanting to get outdoors. I'll have the latest look at forecast track for you coming up in a few minutes.
Well, this morning on the Learning Curve, it's the first day of school for the LaPorte Community School Corporation. Here's a few reminders for the Slicers. High school students can bring a regular backpack this year, but students must wear school IDs on a lanyard at all times. The University of Notre Dame is helping local students get reliable internet access right at home. As of right now, nearly 5,000 South Bend families don't have any. Starting this school year, though, the Notre Dame Wireless Institute and Office of Information Technologies is using a new project to broadcast access from 3 towers to 1,000 families. The school city of Mishawaka wants you. The district is hiring several different positions, including a science teacher, permanent subs, and hall monitors. To find an application, check out the school's website. And with a new school year approaching for many Michigan students, the Berrien County Health Department has a back-to-school checklist for parents. Now, of course, beyond school supplies, you want to make sure that your kids are up to date on immunizations, as well as hearing, vision, and dental screenings, plus blood lead screenings and sports physicals, which are also needed. A new study in LaPorte County is looking into ways to enhance the quality of early childhood education programs. The study will look into how to give working families more options and access to these programs. Right now, there's around 600 families in the area looking for child care options. This morning, the Titans are back on campus. IU South Bend students move back into river crossing housing today. And a quick reminder, campus is open this Saturday, so you can get a chance to see your classes and purchase your books. Classes start back up on Monday. Tomorrow, your child can get the vaccines they need before the school year. A vaccine clinic happens at the Shipshewana Wolf Building. You and your child can stop by from 8:30 a.m. to 1 this afternoon. Just call the number on your screen to make an appointment. Right now, new bus safety laws go into effect across the state of Michigan. One of them makes it illegal to enter a school bus without permission from the bus driver. Boarding a bus without permission would result in a fine of up to $500. Schools would also have the option to equip bus stop arms with surveillance cameras to provide evidence of anyone illegally passing a school bus while kids are getting on or off this fall. And stick with ABC 57 News for continued Learning Curve coverage. We're live for the first day of Penn and South Bend schools starting at 5 this morning. While developing this morning, a judge postpones the sentencing for a man who pleaded guilty to charges involving sex with a 14-year-old girl. There's a possibility 18-year-old Zachary Smith can now avoid jail time and probation. The girl's parents say justice is not being served. Here's ABC 57 night team anchor Tiffany Salome.
We want a little more accountability. We think that this is too light.
The family of an alleged sex crime victim showing up to a Kosciuszko County courtroom Tuesday, pushing for harsher charges for Zachary Smith. Smith is the son of a local deputy running for sheriff this November. He's accused of having sex with a 14-year-old girl after giving her and her friends drugs and alcohol last year. He's charged with battery and maintaining a public nuisance.
We want to see some things added on to this plea agreement that this young man is trying to make, just to kind of make it more accountable on his part.
Zachary Smith pleading guilty to his charges in court, but the judge is asking for more time to make a sentencing decision. The plea agreement means Smith would avoid jail time and could still avoid probation. The special prosecutor assigned to the case explains that it's a tricky situation.
The reason for that is because it jives with the facts as we were able to prove them, as I felt the state was able to prove them. That decision was also reached in conjunction with the family. The family was not in a situation. They were extremely reasonable. Didn't feel as though they wanted to mar this young man's life.
The victim's family says the charges nor the plea agreement is good enough. They want to see more accountability and a change in the state law.
You can get her drunk and get her high and have sex with her, and then they'll put that under the Romeo and Juliet, like a continuing relationship when they have just met each other. We need to try to petition the Indiana General Assembly to get them to reword the law, because it's left a broad opening for guys like this.
And Smith is due back in court for his sentencing September 19th. Tracking the vaccine this morning, the latest company supplying COVID vaccines here in the U.S. wants those same shots to be used as boosters, too. Novavax already got emergency use authorization last month for its 2-dose primary COVID immunization series for adults. Now it's submitted an application to the FDA to allow a 3rd dose for people 18 and older who have already been fully vaccinated and are eligible for boosters. No word on when the FDA will consider the company's application. Well, we're following the pain at the pump, and it just keeps on easing up, and there's a chance gas could even be below $3 a gallon by the end of this year. The national average for a gallon of regular gas was $3.96 to start this week. That makes it 62 straight days of declining prices. 28 states currently have an average price of $3.99 or less, including both Indiana and Michigan. It's $3.92 in Michigan and $3.91 in Indiana. And here are some of the places in Michiana to get the most bang for your buck when you fill up. According to Gas Buddy, the Marathon on Niles on 13th Street has gas at $3.69 a gallon. In Mishawaka, the Amoco on McKinley Highway is going for $3.64 a gallon. And in Elkhart, it's the Murphy USA on Old US 20. They're selling gas there for $3.62 a gallon. Well, President Joe Biden signed the Inflation Recovery Act on Tuesday. He called it one of the most significant laws in our history. The sweeping $750 billion health care, tax, and climate bill marks a major victory for the Biden administration and Democrats ahead of the midterm elections. A series of events focused on the rollout of the new law are expected in the coming weeks.
The Inflation Reduction Act does so many things that for so many years, so many of us have fought to make happen.
The Inflation Recovery Law does not include several provisions that had been previously proposed. That includes paid family and sick leave, universal pre-kindergarten, as well as provisions to lower the cost of college.
We've got another great day ahead of us here. Plenty of sunshine to wrap up the week, but by the weekend, a chance for rain and some thunderstorms. We'll track the latest next.
And if you've been pushed out of the home buying market, don't give up, not yet at least, what you can do to get the lowest possible interest rate. Former President Donald Trump is joining the calls for the DOJ to release the affidavit in the search warrant used in the Mar-a-Lago raid. We'll tell you why the DOJ is saying no.